And I think the temperature may be positive tonight because it's got a little bit chilly in the evenings over this week. And again, now the temperature dropping a little bit in the evening. So it's not going to be a hot, humid Miami night like maybe anticipated. It's a beautiful night for some great soccer.
Back-to-back corner kicks powered by Toyota of Hollywood. Cabral here working short. Back post, the header off the mark, but it's tapped in on the goal line. They're going to wave it off though. Frankie López disgusted right now. An offside call. Let's look at this again.
Yeah, I think he's just in front of the goalkeeper here, so he's in a slightly offside position, and when the ball comes back to him, he didn't have time to get himself back on side, so I think the referee's right.
Discussing things with his teammates. Here's Hernandez. And Toyota of Hollywood corner kick. Hernandez simply a playmaker for them. Oh, that header back post, it hits some woodwork and it goes out. Placements, we look at it again.
Yeah, both teams dangerous here from set pieces. I think this header ends up being a little bit of head, a lot of shoulder, and just glides itself over the crossbar, but not far away whatsoever. Both teams have been dangerous in the early stages from set pieces.
This is delivered.
This is a good 25 yards out. Have to be some strike to beat the keeper from this distance.
He can certainly pull it. Cabral will take it. Right-footed punch. That thing just goes wide. Right. At the first strike of the match. But easier said than done. Silva here. Gonzalez. And Hernandez. Hernandez looking forward to the top of the box. Defense converging. Cagliari can't get to it in time. And it's an early strike for San Antonio. On the board early, Haakenson, and San Antonio with that early lead. It's 1-0.
It's a great strike from Haakenson. Well, I'm not convinced that the goalkeeper shouldn't have done better on this. It looks like he's coming across the goal line in sand the way he goes to put his hand onto this ball, but great delivery there from Hernandez, and it's a brilliant strike, but I feel like the goalkeeper could have got there a little bit quicker, but we spoke about San Antonio, how dangerous they are, their ability to score goals, and Miami FC had dominated the opening 10 minutes, but they hadn't got themselves on the score sheet. And here, San Antonio, probably their second attempt on target, find themselves 1-0 in the lead.
Well, for Hernandez,
the technique and skill for him to connect with that volley is such a hard skill, so I have to give him a lot of credit for the strike, because that's not an easy skill at all, and to be able to do that in the heat of the moment from a cross coming from that distance is quite impeccable. So.
Bodies falling on both sides. Luisinho with all kinds of real estate. He can let it rip from here. That shot is going on goal. Cisniega able to pounce on it.
Good creative play there from Luisinho. Just finds the time and space to get the ball at his feet, driving through the center of the park, and tries to hit the dipping strike, but Cisniega was in a great position to make it look fairly straightforward.
Pablo's got good size, so at 6'5", he's got plenty of range to move laterally before moving on to Tampa Bay. Cabral. López in the middle of the park. Cabral creating that shot on goal. Cisniega got beat, but that shot just going wide.
The regular season is the hardest one because you have to be consistent week after week, game after game, and I think that's the hardest thing to do. If you finish 8th and you have a good 3 weeks towards the end of the season, of course, that's the championship. However, I give a lot of credit to the team that's able to finish #1 over the course of 9 months.
López, the pirouette, pulls the trigger. First stop will be, but the second one won't be. Luisinho bangs it home. Miami FC on the board were equalized in the 24th minute. It's 1-up.
Exactly what Miami FC needed at the right time. We spoke about the strength that they had in the opening 10 minutes, and they weren't able to convert on it. But they kept themselves going despite conceding that first goal. They kept themselves going. Luisinho, right place at right time, positive.
Luisinho went down. Just really unfortunate the circumstances. Mitchell Tainer and Luisinho being treated by the medical teams, causing that. The chip, the look. Lawrence on a run. He had a break for a moment. Lawrence, right foot, open lane against Cisniega. That one grabs woodwork and finds a sweet spot in the back of the net. Luisinho's replacement and Michael Lawrence comes off the sideline and onto the board late. It's 2-1 Miami.
I think there's a lot to give credit for. I think it's López here, the quality to play the ball over the top of the defense, the run from Lawrence, gets it under control. I thought the turf, actually, the bounce on the turf held him back. He does well to get the ball out his feet, drive it across the keeper, hits the post, and nestles in the side netting and gives his team such an important goal going into halftime. They take the 2-1 lead.
You almost feel like, as you were alluding to earlier, Chris, that Miami... So he played in 3 matches, he was on that short-term contract, and then he was released. Gets added to the roster here in 2024. His first match, finds a goal. Gómez, not his best effort. Might be a little frustrated with himself there, and Gagliardi just sits on it. Yeah. Gavilanes trying to inflict more damage with Cabral.
3 against 3!
Into the middle of the pitch. Cisniega vacated. He was left in a tough spot. Almost turned that ball over, and another goal for Miami FC.
And of course, he went to Nova, which is the local university here in Miami, so it means a little bit more to him. He's a local guy.
Chol, a sweet move. Watch out here. Hernandez tapped it through Chol. Chol with some space. No accuracy.
It's part of the adaptation and maturity and experience. You learn how to handle yourself and take care of yourself.
López on a run here. Staying onside. López outworking everybody. Almost paid off large. Give them too many chances though. And Hernandez will hurt you. 72nd minute. This header, ooh, sharply placed by Lambert, but a little bit off the mark. Yeah, the tempo of this second half has a bit severely throttled down compared to the first half.
Agudelo showing his techers there, takes it down on the chest and knocks it across his teammate. Perfect ball on the floor on the half volley.
Lacey with the attempt, not his best. A one-hopper to Gagliardi.
Gagliardi not too threatened by that attempt, just straight down his throat in a good position to deal with it, but Lacey threatening goal. Again, that pressure starting to turn up for the Miami FC defense.
Silva. Played into the box. Agudelo trying to get around. That ball just goes rolling helplessly away. Hernandez. Good placement, dangerous spot. And that'll be that. We've reached full time from Miami, and the biggest shocker of the weekend happens in South Florida.